So what are we doing again? We're counting down to...
We're going to do countdown to Legion 2026.
Countdown.
Yeah, we're going to go over the latest updates for the new Legion comic that's coming out.
I was reading, I read, this was shortly after you posted it. I don't know what has happened since, but I saw a lot of comments like, these guys don't know anything. These guys know even less than I do about comics, and like, these guys are experts.
Yeah, we'll get to that. I want to go over some of the comments we got.
I didn't even know there'd been any news.
There hasn't been much news. Last time we talked, I forgot to mention... oh, there we go.
Oh, when did that come out?
Okay, this is like I guess one of these comes out every month, DC Connect. When we were kids, it was called Direct Currents. It just has their shit for the month's comics. It comes out from Lunar Distribution, I guess. Direct
Current sounds a lot better to me, but maybe that's because I'm old.
Well, that's like, they've been using that since the 60s or something, right? Like they had a little coming attractions things in the Silver Age comics called Direct Currents that had little
in the
electric
60s
bolts.
Even?
Yeah.
Damn. Kids don't understand that shit. We have to make it somehow like Wi-Fi adjacent.
I know, it's like all about Bluetooth now. Anyway, I think this hit the comic shops this week. These are, I don't know if they're, mine was free, but I feel like I was trying to find this online and figure out how to get hold of one, and something said they were $1.25. So I don't know if some comic shops charge you for this thing. I don't know, but this is the I would say this is the first in-print appearance of the new Legion of Superheroes gang. So get one of these and get it slabbed.
Yes.
And I had a PDF of this last time we chatted about the new Legion comic from 2026. I think I meant to talk about the new Legion logo last time, and I failed to do so. So I made a little, I ripped the logo out of the PDF of the DC Connect, and this is it. What do you think?
I think like it looks like when like some dude doesn't want to pay a graphic designer and has a secretary like whip something out in Quark Express.
Oh no, you think it's that bad?
It just looks very generic to me. Like it looks like anyone could do it, right? Just put a drop shadow on it, and
I mean,
I don't know.
I can't tell if is it a font or is it?
I think so.
Designed by somebody.
It doesn't look designed to me.
There's the little caret things on the after of. There's little notches in the bar, and then it says superheroes, and that's actually in boldface. A boldface version of the.
I mean, I kind of like what's going on with the P's and R's there, but I bet that was already in this font.
Yeah. The one thing that's kind of throwing me off, like, I don't mind it. It's not wonderful, and it's not as good as any of the past ones, maybe.
What was the last one? These comic companies go through periods where they do try to design the covers like magazines. Like Marvel did that for a long time. Like, I guess it's been quite a while, like 20 years ago, or whenever that Civil War business was going on. Like they'd sort of thrown out all those classic handmade, Hulk, Spider-Man logos that are so iconic. They got rid of them and they just had like computer generated type.
It looks like this.
Yeah, I like that one.
It sort of is kind of masks off the top third of the comic with a bunch of sci-fi looking stuff. It has the sort of askew Legion L.
Well, I think even if it didn't have that top banner part and it was just the part that just the type, I even think that's more interesting.
Yeah, I think so too. I think maybe this new one, they're sort of going for some kind of like
Star Trek movie, the motion picture.
Like some kind of heavy, spacey, sci-fi type of, thing. Yeah, like Star Trek.
It just looks very forgettable to me, like a letterhead for insurance.
Yeah.
Or something you'd see on some junk mail.
I don't hate it, but I definitely wish it were cooler and colorful.
Well, just something man-made about it, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
The other thing is it's so opposite. The artwork is so loose and kind of sketchy, and then this is very like kind of conservative.
Yeah, totally. Let me pull up the cover art. I don't know if there's not a finished cover with logo on it yet.
I was thinking there's probably, every time there's a new iteration of the Legion or anything, there's always like tons of comments about race swaps. Like there was constant bitching about Lightning Lad being made black, and someone will always say, "Well, does that mean we can make Black Panther white now?"
Who says that? What
Lots of
idiot
people,
says
lots of
that?
people say that. They should take them up on it. They're like, "All right, deal. Lightning Lad's black now, but to make it fair, we will make Tyrock white."
Oh shit!
They would be so mad.
Pissed. They would
They're like,
lose
get your
it.
own. They get your own character as long as your character is like, an afterthought, like way in the background. But I started that out as a joke, but I was thinking that would actually make more sense. He's like a group of white separatists on an island, South Africans.
Yeah, that actually they'd have to be bad guys though, right? Like it's sort of a timely kind of reference, but they'd have to be evil.
Right.
Anyway, I think this is maybe going to be the main cover of issue 1. No, I'm wrong. It's not. Hold on. It's like that wraparound one, isn't it?
It's good looking. It's very Superman, right? Like it makes me think of like Superman on the farm. Did they ever even I'm still stuck on the last Legion. Did they ever explain what happened to the Earth? Anything?
Here's what's going to be on the cover of the newest one. I have no idea. I think they might have set that up. Like I sort of made an effort to begin reading that series after so many people liked the comment that says you guys don't know anything about comics. But I got through one issue of the Bendis Legion and I forgot I was reading that series, so I haven't gotten back yet. But I want to get back to the logo. It's going to be on this cover.
You think so?
This is the wraparound cover to issue 1. I believe this is the cover. I mean, it doesn't look too different from the DC Connect cover. They just kind of changed the formatting a little bit. I think you were saying that the artwork is kind of loose, and that it might be I think you were trying to say that it would be a mismatch with this really geometric kind of plain looking.
I mean, it can go both ways. Sometimes maybe you want it to contrast the looseness, so it stands out. It doesn't blend in, I guess.
Yeah. But anyway, yeah, that's the new logo.
I guess, and I'm just colored by the past, and especially, Marvel and DC both. I mean, those logos become so iconic, they almost feel like characters in of themselves. And you even think in those logos when you're thinking of those comics, like which comics you're looking for. It's like the first thing you look for is that Superman. And I just I can't see this turning into that, like something that someone can hold in their mind.
Yeah, I think you might be right about that. And they still use that old Superman logo, and no one has a problem with it.
Right.
I mean, I'm not saying they should go back to one of the old Legion logos necessarily. And, somebody probably made this, somebody who we like, or somebody who's one of us made this logo, and I don't want to crap on their work.
You don't think it's like a chat GTP situation? I guess it's not creative enough for that, right?
Oh, yeah, I don't know. I don't know how it would look. Like, I can pick out AI artwork, kind of, but AI typography is usually a total mess, right?
I don't know.
Anyway, it's, I find it to be an okay logo.
These guys don't know anything about AI.
Yeah, that's what the comment will be, huh? My apologies go out to the artist who was behind this. I want a juicier, more fun Legion logo. And then the next slide in my presentation, I think the last time we talked, I didn't know what this book would be called. This is the Superman Annual for 2026. It's called Year 1000.
Year 1000.
And I think it's not necessarily a...
It doesn't have anything to do with the new one. Does it end with some kind of white event?
I think that kind of is what...
Is Elseworlds a thing anymore?
Nah, I think Elseworlds is just the main.
I should do an Elseworlds Legion that is one of the older Legions.
I know.
Every Legion series is like an Elseworlds now.
Well, yeah, I think they could totally get away with doing that if they want, like, just to please people. Like, you could have both if you wanted, And they would see that one outperforms the other and stick with that one, maybe.
It's funny too because they, DC forces those company wide, like DC 1 million kind of things. They've done versions of that more recently, or Legends of the Dead Earth kind of stories. Like I think there was one like Future State. Have you heard of that?
I think so, yeah.
So anyway, they'll just be beginning a new series, like the Bendis series, but then all of a sudden they have to waste a couple issues further ahead with yet another iteration of those characters living further in the future,
Right.
But they're not anymore. They're not any less established than the ones that are in the regular series because they have no history.
Right. Okay, I found the synopsis solicitation info for this Superman year 1000. Superman at the end of time. At the end of DCKO, Superman became King Omega with the powers of a god. But after pushing Darkseid back to the absolute world, that's in all caps, Superman rejected the Heart of Apocalypse and went missing.
Mhm.
Now the story of where he went can be told. The future was infected by Darkseid and his Legion, leaving a trail of death and disaster in their wake, including the Legion of Superheroes. Now Superman is using the Time Trapper's powers to heal the future and correct the damage that's been done. Superman's godlike powers are fading fast, and he may become lost at the end of time. At the end of DCKO, Superman's become King Omega. He's going to go to the future, but he's losing his powers. This comic is supposedly primarily a tale of the Legion of Superheroes, but it's the team that was in those Superman comics last year, the Omega guys who got turned evil by Darkseid.
So were those guys like doppelgangers, or had they been somehow corrupted by the Omega force?
I think they were there. They were good once, or maybe Darkseid changed the future, so there was a bad Legion. But they're not the same guys who's going to be in Legion #1 2026.
Right.
I think what the idea is that Superman's going to go to the future, fix everything to make way for Legion #1. Something like that.
I see. But we're back to them being kids again. So he's going to fix it. Plus, we're going to travel back 20 years earlier, or 10 years earlier, to them being teenagers again.
Who the hell knows? I mean, this Darkseid Legion thing was kind of made up from the beginning. And I always meant to be temporary, presumably. And I think there's going to be some Time Trapper stuff in this. Time Trapper who's now Doomsday, or maybe he's Superman himself now. I'm not sure if they moved on from Doomsday yet.
There's some business going on in the super books right now. Like they're trying to turn Superman Prime into a hero now, it sounds like. Superboy Prime, sorry.
Yeah, he was in the Darkseid Legion storyline.
I guess they were concerned they didn't have enough Superboys floating around.
Well, the current Superboy storyline that's happening is called War of the Superboys. No, it's called
The Legion of Superboys?
The Superboys. I don't know. It's like, it has the word Superboys in it as if there's a bunch of them. And I think it's maybe, I'm getting the idea without having read any of this stuff that it's paving the way to youngify Superboy back down to a kid again, like you were talking about the other day when we talked about it.
I'd be okay with that.
Yeah, that's coming as pure speculation from a total know nothing about DC Comics of the 2020s. So
yeah, we never really specified our Legion expertise is sort of confined from like the 50s to the 90s, right?
I don't think we need to put ourselves in a box.
Right.
And this thing, this Superman year 1000, it has, guess how many cover variations this has?
52.
Just 5 for this one.
Just 5. Is there a foil?
Oh, somebody on, I think the legionworld.net guys on Facebook somehow got the black and white version of this cover art for the A cover of Superman Annual 1000. What's it called? Year 1000. This is by an artist named Eddy Barrows. This guy's good. You ever seen this guy's artwork?
I don't know.
He's drawn the whole story.
Okay. A rarity. The guy doing the cover did the insides.
But this is
Whoa, that's kind of cool looking.
yeah, this artist, he's doing a one of the Legion variant covers. It's Mark Spears, the painter.
Can you do that magic thing where you make that picture big for me? Or is that too hard? I'll just look it up.
Yeah, you look it up. This is, I guess, a painting of King Omega. I think King Omega is a better name than Superman, to be honest.
Oh my God. You blasphemous son of a bitch.
And then the cover, this is cover C. It's by Ariel Olivetti, who's kind of veteran. I don't know what else he's done, but he's been around a while.
Isn't he the one that gets in trouble all the time? Not really. He doesn't get in trouble. There's controversy surrounding his artwork sometimes.
Like what? Does he do AI or does he like swipe or something?
No. I think maybe
He puts like swastikas in it or something?
no, like sexy.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know that much about it. I'm trying to, like, this guy was around even like when I was a teenager, I think, doing stuff. I don't know. I can't. I'm just too damn old. I'm sorry.
Am I wrong? Did he not do like, doesn't he have like really sexual ladies? That's probably
Yeah,
somebody else.
You're thinking of Milo Manara.
Oh, right. Where did I first see this dude's work? Is he on like Turtles or something?
I think I only know this guy as having done superhero stuff. Probably, I'm going to say he's exclusively worked for DC Comics for the last 40 years and has done nothing else. That's my expert guess on this.
I'm seeing a lot of Marvel characters here, though.
It's got to be a misprint.
Looks exactly like his style, only with the Punisher or Namor.
Could be like he has an identical twin brother with the
Same name. Yeah.
Moving on.
So this guy never did anything for Penthouse Comics.
Oh, he might have. I don't know.
Not that I've ever seen or even know such a magazine exists.
I don't know who you might be thinking of. I don't know.
So moving along.
Here's the this is cover D by
This is Jim Lee.
Mario Focillo. This looks pretty cool too. Kind of a church ceiling kind of drawing of King Omega. And then there's one more. This one's maybe the coolest one. It's sort of a Bill Sienkiewicz kind of, that's what it reminds me of.
Yeah.
But I'm sure people don't want to be compared to another artist. So let me give you this person's name. Alex Ekman Lawn is this artist. Great artist. I like it. And what's next? Oh, there's some interior artwork that was shared on Joshua Williamson's social media. This is a panel out of that year 1000. You'll see this guy down on the bottom left, I guess or I'm pretty sure is one of the evil Darkseid's Legion guys. And they're either rebuilding Legion headquarters or taking apart. I don't really know. It's just sort of an isolated panel. There's some preview stuff up on the Joshua
Looks like
Williamson.
he's presenting it. Looks like he's presenting it to the cloaked person. Like,
yeah, it could be.
I like the rocket ship. I never like the big tombstone with the L on it.
Yeah, this is more like the sort of the Bronze Age Legion headquarters, huh? Yeah, that's that for just I found out some new information about the Superman year 1000 annual coming out. And one more piece of information about this. The lunar distribution final order cutoff date, July 6th. So if you wanted this, you might have missed it. You should have ordered it a few days ago.
Shit.
You might not be able to get all 5 covers, or maybe not even get a single one of the covers.
Yeah, and if I want to read it, I'll probably have to buy it because that site's gone.
No fucking way is it gone.
It's been gone over a week.
What?
Like, it's gone for real now.
This I gotta see. Oh no. Here's one called batcave.biz.
Yeah.
Not quite the same, is it?
It's kind of a pain in the ass. It doesn't have as much stuff on it. But,
shit, I think the real thing will be back. It'll be back. They'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Everybody uses that, right? Like Joshua Williamson is trying to read through every Legion comic to write his new series. You know where he's going to read those? It ain't DC Universe Online or whatever it's called, because they don't even have everything. You got to go to this other website.
Yep. It was nice. I mean, I would read books that were on my shelf just because I didn't want to get up and grab it.
Yeah. Yeah, totally. I was just looking at Super Duck the other day and they're gone. I can't believe it.
I mean, the best thing about it, though, was all the stuff that they will never, never release digitally.
Right.
They won't
Like
bother.
Jerry Lewis, right?
Well, even like, okay, like they'll put the adventure comics up, but they'll just put the Legion story in it. They won't bother reprinting anything else in that book, the Superboy, the Aquaman, whatever.
Yeah.
And of course, they won't have the ads or the letter columns.
Right. Yeah, like all that stuff, like all the Western comics, all the Slam Bradley comics, all that stuff just kind of lost or super difficult to find. I mean, all the CBRs are still out there probably, but who, like in the age of a motherfucking website where you can put images, why do I have to go to a CBR? Give me a break.
Yeah.
That blows.
Yeah, it's too bad they don't have. They could just make a free model, put the shit up there, and you just have to swipe past ad pages.
Yeah, totally. Well, moving on.
Moving on.
We got San Diego Comic-Con International coming up beginning on July 22nd. Today is the 11th. Maybe this video will get posted, I don't know what, by the 13th or something.
Mm-hmm.
So the new Legion guys are going to be on a panel on the Friday of Comic-Con, 12:30 p.m. But it's the DC All-In panel. So I don't know if they're going to be there to specifically talk Legion, because this guy, Josh Williamson, is one of the co-architects of DC Comics at this point. So he probably has a lot of things to talk about. Right. And the artist, Hayden Sherman, this artist is also drawing a Wonder Woman comic simultaneously, and probably who knows what else. So yeah, the creative team of the new Legion comic, their conversation will probably be split among lots of other things. So who knows if there'll be too much Legion talk on the big Comic-Con stage on a Friday of Comic-Con.
Is the new Legion a miniseries? I mean, they're all miniseries now.
Yeah, I think it's supposedly an ongoing series, but it may last 8 issues. The Bendis one lasted, I think there was like 12 issues of the Legion series, and then there was the Legion versus Justice League miniseries of 6 issues, and then there was like a 2-issue sort of preamble miniseries. So what's that? 12, 18, 20 Legion comics by Bendis in that cycle. So I don't know, maybe this one will be better and then hopefully get more than 20 issues.
Maybe one of these times around they'll just pick up whatever the last guy was doing. Like they can take it a completely different direction, but just build upon the previous guy's stuff instead of and if you want them to have new looks, give them new looks without having to tell how they met again.
And, right.
Start over and over and over and over.
Yeah, today was like, when we talked about this last time, it was 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago or something. Mm-hmm. You were saying how a lot of the early chatter you were seeing was people saying that, I mean, aside from the shit like, we hate that such and such person is a boy instead of a girl, or girl instead of a boy now, and that type of stuff, that I thought you said this, that people, it wasn't you, it was somebody in the comments was like, I don't think they should always bother retelling the origin of the team.
Right.
Just started to have us be in an adventure and then we'll learn as we go. But then tonight I was looking at some comments on the legionworld.net message board. And over there's people who are very totally the opposite end of like, no, I can't believe I didn't like it when they started the Legion series, the Bendis one, when the team was already established. I want to see the origin. Yeah. So there's both sides of that fence. Like, I guess I never really thought about it too much. I do get sick of, like, every time there's a Robin Hood movie, like how many times have we seen the crap where it's like, no, he was a nobleman and he gets his fortune taken away or whatever, gets defrocked and goes and joins the guys in the woods. Or he goes and, has some humiliation and loses everything and then becomes a force for good. Like, we don't need that origin every time we see Robin Hood. We know what he does. You know what I mean? He's been around for 700 years.
I think it's almost always better to start mid-story. Like, even if these aren't characters you've seen the origin to a million times before, then you can sort of tease at the past here and there. And then you have the fans in this case wondering, did they form the same way they did last time? Or maybe there's hints that are, it's sort of like the 5 years later business when you're trying to figure out what happened in between, what led up to that. It adds, it keeps you reading because you're trying to figure out, how did these guys get together? What's different this time around?
Right. Yeah. I think that sounds good to me too. I think there was some speculation in that same thread on Legion World about some little bit of the promo text for issue 1 makes it seem as if these guys might be established superheroes already, and Brainiac brings them all together to form a team.
Okay.
And this group must somehow form a family.
Oh, right. So is he like Alice?
I guess he's like Alice. He's the center square. But yeah, there's that. Back to Comic-Con, though. This year, DC at Comic-Con is celebrating their silver age of comics. Last year, they celebrated the golden age of DC Comics. This year, they're celebrating the silver age of DC Comics. They have like a little fake newsstand there. Last year, they gave out a Daily Planet newspaper.
Oh, right.
Supposedly this year, they're giving out a freebie copy of Mad Magazine #1. Nice. That classic DC comic, Mad Magazine #1. So that's a freebie to look forward to. But they're selling some shit. I'm kind of hoping there might be some Legion shit. Oh, damn. Mad 600 just came out, huh? Is that Sergio?
It is. And remarkably, I believe everything in here is new.
Wow.
It's
all shelled out some big bucks
new.
for this.
Have you ever heard of someone named Hurricane Ivan?
It looks insane. It looks like Kevin Scalzo or something?
Yes, yeah, totally.
Or like, who's that?
David Healy? Or no?
Like, who's the guy who drew Johnny Ryan? Early Johnny Ryan kind of look, almost, is maybe what this Hurricane Ivan looks like.
Yeah.
Well, that's cool.
Too bad it's not Ivan Brunetti. Maybe he could reinvent himself as a mad guy.
That'd be awesome. And he just starts cranking out the shit all of a sudden.
Yeah, just constantly. Yeah. It could be like Aragones, the new Aragones.
That'd be great. That'd be great for him and for us.
Yes. They should have him do Legion.
I'd be into it. I want to see the shoes he draws on these guys.
Yep.
Back to Comic-Con. So there's the panel on Friday. There's the Mad Magazine, which is unrelated to Legion of Superheroes, of course. Oh, there's in their merch store, they're having a Silver Age hoodie that you can buy.
Do they have hoodies in the Silver Age?
Here's a picture of the hoodie. It looks like this.
Oh,
and
Lord.
I think this is maybe art from like the new history of the DC universe or something like that.
So it's not even Silver Age artwork.
It's not Silver Age artwork. It's all the Silver Age guys, DC characters that still exist, I guess, all in a big montage lineup thing. But there's the Silver Age Legion guys are up there on the hood on the right side.
This is what kids wear these days?
I don't know. Do I have to buy one for my Legion collection? And then I have to wear it?
I don't know. I like stuff like that kind of, but more for like maybe bed sheets, or I had a wallet kind of like that had a bunch of old newspaper comics to kind of modge podged or together like that.
Yeah.
But I don't know that I would wear a jacket like that.
It's a bit busy. I don't think I saw a price for this, but I would guess
$20
it's over $100 probably.
or like $300, right?
It may be 120, something like that. Because I think I looked at the hoodie they had last year. Like there was probably a Golden Age hoodie last year, and I was like, that looks kind of cool. Nope.
It's almost as if they are, you know how they keep bringing Watchmen back and having other artists do it. It's like they're doing that with the Silver Age now and the past. Because in that new history of the DC universe, they're like introducing new Golden Age and Silver Age characters that didn't exist back then, kind of the Roy Thomas sort of thing.
Oh.
They keep adding to. It's like the present is contaminating the past or something like. Now there's like like an Alan Scott adversary looks almost exactly like him, but he's a Red Lantern because they have all the different multicolored. And now Jay Garrick had a daughter sidekick back then.
Oh yeah.
But so they're like telling new stories in the past. It's like it's becoming less. It's become like a property, like a genre, like the Silver Age. It's not just the 60s anymore.
It's kind of weird. It says like, I don't know, like when I was a kid, like it just seemed old and irrelevant, like those old comics.
Mm-hmm.
And now, like, it's not enough just to bring them back and tell like a new story with the old guys. It's like that universe isn't full enough. You gotta add in some people. Yeah. But then also, I think they are also probably trying to tie it in. Like they're trying to put in like the Golden Age, like the Golden Age Firestorm or something,
Right.
And it's like Martin Stein's great grandfather or something ludicrous like that. And it's just like, no, we got to have one of these guys in every era, and they all have to be connected somehow.
Well, the jacket makes me think of that because if you're right, and it looks like you're right, that's supposed to be the Silver Age, but it's a modern drawing.
Yeah.
But this is not like Kurt Swan and Schaffenberger and
no, it's definitely it's all one artist, and it was all made in the last couple of years. But if you're a Legion collector, you're gonna have to cough up.
Are the Legionnaires in the armpit?
No, they're on the back of the hood, or the very top of the head. It looks like you can kind of see Bouncing Boy and Superboy.
I could almost see that being like the liner to a jacket.
Yeah, the Bouncing Boy should be the liner, huh?
They're not letting him come back, are they?
Oh, that's something that I wanted to talk about this. Somebody over on Legion World.
I probably just haven't seen enough yet, but it looks like they're going back to it being a smaller group, right?
Okay, so over on Legion World, when I was poking around, this is credit to a user named Cypress Cole over on Legion World. I guess this person has a Discord.
Okay.
And I think maybe on the Discord, they're actually stalking to Joshua Williamson and doing a Q&A with the writer. And this person posted a list of confirmed Legionnaires who are going to be on the team in the new 2026 Legion of Superheroes comic.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of a long list.
I want to hear it.
It's our classic 3 founding Legionnaires.
Right.
Brainiac 5, or Brainiac 1 of 5. Matter Eater Lass is what they say in this list.
Okay.
A character who is not Robin. You see them on the cover. I think that was confirmed to be Lightning Lad. Triplicate Girl, Superboy, Shrinking Violet, Ultra Boy, Phantom Girl, Gates, Wildfire Dawnstar, Polar Boy, XS, Kid Quantum, Projectric, Invisible Kid, Andromeda with a question mark. These last handful have a question mark. Andromeda, Supergirl, Shadowlass, Mon-El, Kinetics. That's the list.
Okay.
This person says, I don't think anyone has asked about characters who won't be back, but so far, this is the list of confirmed characters that will be included.
Okay. So Bouncing Boy's in there?
No.
He's not.
He's not. So there's no Bouncing Boy.
Well, I like that it sounds like they're picking some of the characters from the different eras. Did you say Quizlet? You went through it so fast.
Yeah, YouTube viewers are going to have to switch it to 0.75 speed.
Uh-huh.
Quizlet's not in there. XS is there.
Okay, wait. Let's back up. So are any of the Bronze Age guys? We have Dawn Star. Did you say Wildfire?
Yeah.
Okay. Tyrock? No.
No.
Okay. So then 80s. Do we have any of those guys? Polar Boy?
Polar Boy.
Okay. Sensor Girl?
Projectra is on the list.
Oh, even better. But no Talus, Quizlet.
No, none of those guys.
None of the 80s guys. Okay, what about the 5 years later guys? Any of those guys? Probably not, right?
No Celeste, no Kent Shakespeare.
No Kano.
Nope.
But Andromeda is kind of from that time. I know.
I guess so, yeah.
I know.
Andromeda's a reboot character, in my opinion.
Yeah, but she's even if she didn't use that name, she's born of the 5 years later era, and she was one that was lucky enough to get carried over. Maybe the one. I know, like Kano and Kent Shakespeare have showed up later, maybe briefly, but
yeah.
Okay, so then from Archie Legion we have Kinetics, XS, Gates,
and Kid Quantum. I guess Kid Quantum.
Kid Quantum's
arguably one or the other. Yeah,
5 years later era. Okay. Or any of the? I'm not super. Were there any? There must have been a couple of new characters in 3-boot, right?
Look, I'm not a 3-boot expert.
Right.
I don't think there's any 3-boot characters on this list, nor are there any Bendis boot characters. I recognize all these names, and they're from the first 3 batches, you know?
Is Block?
No Block.
Well, not having, that kind of sucks. No Block, no Bouncing Boy. What about
no Timberwolf?
Yeah, that was my next.
Yeah.
But this doesn't mean they're not in it, right? These are just the only ones confirmed.
That's right. But also there's some that have a question mark behind them. So how confirmed are those, I wonder? So, yeah, I don't know. I joined this Discord. I don't know if I'll remember that I joined a Discord. I don't look at that too often. But back to Comic-Con, there's a DC. It's called Unlock DC. And this has you doing a wild goose chase off-site of Comic-Con, just down there in San Diego. They give you a map, I think, in some kind of smartphone application where you can go and scan a QR code, pick up tokens, and the tokens can be redeemed for, I don't know what, discounts or something. I don't
20% discount on their jacket.
I doubt it.
Is it like Pokemon Go?
I think it's kind of like that, yeah. It says you'll be able to scan QR codes to earn stars and unlock reward tiers. Those rewards can then be redeemed at the DC reward truck. Oh, it's a fully branded mobile hub that will appear at a surprise location revealed only to registered participants.
Does that mean a van?
It's a mobile hub.
A van, they'll have like a t-shirt gun maybe?
Oh, they're also selling power rings that are based on the Green Lantern's new TV show. Some Clayface stuff.
So they'll be brown, kind of drab.
Yeah, that really looks like that. It looks like all pockmarked. It looks like it comes from Lord of the Rings almost.
Okay.
Like there's a photograph of a guy wearing one or a person. I forgot. I saw something about a Discord that you should join, but I forgot. It doesn't matter. That's Comic-Con.
I'm not entirely clear what Discord is. I hear people always saying, join us on the Discord. Maybe something about poggers.
Poggers?
Or is that a different?
I have no idea what that is. That sounds funny. It's people play pogs, right? Like professional milk cap players.
Poggers, Discord. I don't know.
As far as I understand it, like I've even been on a couple of Discords and looked at them. it kind of works like Yahoo Chat or something from, 30 years ago, where it's just this kind of unending.
I remember those chat rooms. Chat rooms, yeah.
It's very similar to a chat room, only slow. Like, you remember how fast chat rooms could get back
Yeah.
then? And it's like, hold it, I got to scroll up to read what you guys said 30 seconds ago. This isn't like that. Like, because nobody's using the internet that fast anymore.
I always thought those things were really cool. I talked to Stuart Animan on it once, just a couple back and forths, nothing big, but I was like, wow.
Yeah, when I first got on the internet, it was so big and so fun. Like, I would just stay up all night talking to people all over and doing like just.
Downloading MP3s.
All right, you want to address some of the comments we got on our last video, counting down the weeks and months to the new issue or the new Legion of Superheroes 2026 series.
Oh boy. Okay. I'm already feeling the fight or flight kicking in.
Nah, it'll be fun.
Did we piss any cops off this time?
Like DC Comics cops, I think.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the very first comment we got was a guy saying, "Why are you guys talking about DC if you don't know anything current?" And I guess we sort of already addressed that to a degree. The scope of our videos so far has only been up to about 1994. But we also can talk about whatever the hell we want to talk about.
So there's probably a lot of people pissed off because they think we have some sort of inside knowledge on the new shit, and they clicked on our video because they want to hear what's going on with this new Legion, and they realize we don't know shit.
I did some legwork and I aggregated everything I could find about this new series. Yeah, maybe I don't know who Josh Williamson is, or I haven't read all his Transformers comics or all his Iron Man comics. Okay, who has? And I don't know Hayden, Sterling, Sherman. So what? It's fine.
I can't name the 52 Earths.
Right. But to appease the people like this, what I've done, I went back to school. I'm going to get my PhD in DCology. It's lapsed. So I've started to read all those event things.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, I'm up to Millennium. I'm on issue 2 of Millennium.
That's still in our time. I'm still catching up on that.
But I'm going to get through Millennium and then Invasion. I'm going to work my way up to...
I could not get through Invasion. That was such a boring fucking read.
What? I thought you wanted to. I thought you liked it.
I like the artwork, but it's so awful. It is like it's all like bureaucratic bullshit. Like they're just kind of like a lot of talking between the various sides, like not very much going on, very little action.
Well, that may be, but
something about trade federations, embargoes.
If you want to understand where DC is at today, one must read Invasion and all the crossovers. So I'll be getting there in the next couple of weeks because I'm going through these really fast. And I can't wait till I get up to there's the more recent ones that I'm really eager to read through, like the
Armageddon 2001,
DC Metal, and the War of the Super. Is there one called War of the Superman?
Then there's Death Metal, maybe Speed Metal.
I hope so. Flashpoint. Anyway, you and I are both going to get up to speed on what's happening with DC Comics up until right now. And we're going to know more than anybody who watches these videos. So stay tuned.
Remember the new Answer Man.
There's a good volley of comments where a guy begins by saying he really loved Great Darkness Saga and that era of Legion. He even got the Adventure Comics reprint digests back in those days. Then he says, I don't know when it fell off the rails and turned into incomprehensible crap.
Oh.
So basically everything that happened in the last 40 years at least incomprehensible crap. And then there's some people who sort of agree with him. People say it's been bad since Crisis. I didn't like 5 years later.
This is sort of the consensus I get from.
Yeah.
This is the consensus I kind of get from the various Legion like Facebook pages and Reddits. It's like the one thing everyone has in common, almost everyone has in common, is the Legion went to hell. Everyone has their own, probably coinciding with whatever age they were,
Right.
Or the people who think it went to hell after Crisis. But quite a few think it went to hell once Giffen took over and it was 5 years later.
Yeah.
There are people like me who kind of think, well, it wasn't horrible, but it stopped being my Legion at 0 hour.
It sounds real Facebooky to me.
Yeah.
I think there's been highs and lows. It hasn't been crap that whole time.
Right.
I don't feel like I'm like, I don't know. I guess maybe I am a really open-minded comic book reader or something. Like these dudes, we're probably the same age. I don't know. But like incomprehensible crap for the 40 years straight of Legion of Superhero comics. Give me a break. I know they're just being hyperbolic, but don't live your life like that. Let me get through. There's only 41 comments on this video, which is, for us, that's like, I don't know. We usually get one, maybe. This guy wants bringing back retro style. Thinks that's the best way to do it. Oh, here's one. This is good. I think the costumes are horrible. They look more like some high fashion runway crap that no one really wears. Those manga type faces feel wrong for an American superhero book. And then the follow-up comment from someone else says, I think the costumes could grow on me, but when one of the commenters, meaning you and me, said that he liked the big shoes, ugh. I don't remember which one of us liked the big shoes. I think we're both on board with liking their big Nike-looking shoes, big chunky shoes. And I think the costumes are fine. I think the costumes are contemporary and look good. I'm on board with them. I just don't know what, if you don't like these, like, what is a good costume? Like, do they need to be Mike Grell costumes?
Right.
What do you want? What do you expect from the 2026, Yeah,
I feel like even if those might not necessarily be what I would consider the ideal or my favorite versions of any of those characters, I like seeing them try new things.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, the manga faces too thing was that comment was referring to another comment from one of our regular commenters. Seems like a super nice dude, but said this looked the characters have manga faces, and seems like all the new DC and Marvel artists that I see are more influenced by manga and digital comics than by the characters they're actually working on.
Okay.
I don't know what you mean by digital comics.
Yeah, that's where I'm a little confused.
Sort of all digital comics, and also, I don't know. I feel the new Legion comic actually looks a little more Euro comics to me than manga.
Yeah,
but I don't know. It just seems like something that I don't even know if this is an old guy like us. That's what a lot of old timers complain about. Is it looks manga? Right. It looks like all they've read. These guys they're the kids who sat in Barnes and Noble that I had to trip over 20 years ago, and now they're drawing comics, my DC superheroes, making them all look like fucking manga characters.
Despite them being from 1,000 years in the future, I think they've always reflected the time that they were published. Like, they were very 50s, early 60s looking in the Silver Age. They all had their crew cuts and their slick back hair. They had big ass sideburns and huge hair and and bell bottoms in the 70s,
Right.
It should always sort of feel like what kids are into in that time. And maybe, hopefully, the artists they have selected who are designing these looks and the look of the book are actually younger people reflecting their own contemporary interests, not old guys like us sort of doing some imitation of what they think young people like. Being old myself, I can't tell, but
I think maybe it should look even more like One Piece than it does.
like One Piece, you mean? What do you mean?
Perfect. One Piece is a very long running manga series.
Oh, okay.
One Piece.
Right.
Maybe I should have said Dragon Ball Z.
I would guess that would just be a natural progression of where comics are going. If kids in the last 15, 20 years have grown up with those comics being sold here and being accessible here, they're not going to like segregate those influences the way we may have. Like it's all part of a one thing.
Yeah, you're right. So some of these old timers, guys our age and older, they still think it's a wholly separate thing. Like there's superhero comics, and then there's indie comics that are like Vertigo. You know what I mean?
Oh,
and
yeah.
then those really obscure Triple X comics like Eight Ball and Hate. And then manga, what the hell is that? Japanimation, it's a whole other planet. And it's like, well, for me, like, yeah, like me and you and everybody who's an artist, like they read the good stuff, they try to draw like the good stuff, and they like the good stuff, whatever they've seen. You know?
Yeah.
But if you've already made up your mind that if it isn't a Kurt Swan comic, it is foreign and bad and stupid and ugly.
Right.
GTFO.
Oh.
But the guy who posted this thing where he talks about the manga faces, super nice dude, very supportive of our channel. Not trying to target this character or scare him away or anything. Hope he takes this in the spirit that it was intended in.
I mean, there's no guarantees this is not going to be crap, but you can't judge it by like a couple pinups. Read the comic and see how maybe those faces work better in a series of panels as opposed to a single one. Like,
well, right, and all we've seen so far is the covers, pretty much, and you know that the comic inside is never as good as the cover, so we have that to figure out. It's always a bait and switch. This person says, to me, it feels like the absolute version of the Legion of Superheroes. So in my reading, I haven't gotten up to where it branches off into the absolute universe and the real Superman crashes on Earth 1939 DC original universe. That had just happened 3 years ago or something.
Right.
So I don't know what the absolute universe looks like or what it's like, or if they have a Legion of Superheroes, or if they did, would it be this? I don't know. This person says, yes, this seems like the absolute version. I'm sticking with this is the legit future of the DC universe. The legit future of the original real DC universe, not the absolute Johnny come lately universe.
We've talked about this a million times, but I don't like the idea of there being this single legit future.
Well, what about
because every single time they abandon one of these reboots, they tell us, oh, we were wrong. That wasn't the future of this DC universe. That was the future of Earth 2. Or it was some divergent version. It was not, they weren't the real, true successors of the DC universe.
Well, what's going to happen with this absolute universe shit? That's going to be Earth 2, and they're going to stop publishing that stuff and stop talking about it. Unless, and I think this is what happened to Marvel Ultimates, where that becomes more popular than the other stuff. And so they jettison the other stuff. Or did they not jettison the other stuff? They're still having both?
I think they got rid of the Ultimate Universe, except they carried over at least one, the Miguel, the kid Spider-Man,
Miles Morales.
Oh yeah, not Miguel. Miguel's
he's Blue Beetle.
No, he's the future.
He's future Spider-Man?
Yeah, he's like Spider-Man 2099.
Okay.
Got my future Spider-Mans mixed up.
They also carry over Samuel L. Jackson?
I don't know if they. I think the way they worked that out is they're saying that guy is the old Nick Fury's son,
Oh, okay.
and the old one retired, I guess. And he just so happens to have also lost one eye, I guess. But
Right. That's
whatever.
the head hereditary. They only have one eye in that family.
Right. But what you're describing could actually happen over at DC because my understanding is those absolute books are far outselling any of their regular titles. Whether it stays that way, how long it stays that way, we'll see. But they're doing the typical capitalist thing, and now they're making like, absolute Firestorm or absolute Jim Son of Saturn. Like they're churning out absolute versions of everything. So they'll probably run it into the ground.
Well, maybe what we could assume, or what I might assume as a guy who doesn't know anything, who's still earning his PhD, is that every new DC #1 from here on out is going to be absolute, which is kind of what this commenter is trying to say, maybe. Like,
Could be.
The same day they announced Legion #1, there was also Doom Patrol and like Teen Titans. And so are those absolute? Is it the Titans we've always had, or are they just reintroducing these guys finally? What's going on with those? I have no idea.
I'm not sure.
And there's like a new Lobo #1. Who is this guy? He's still Lobo. He still looks the same. And I know it's partly tied into him being in a movie now, but what is this? Is it absolutely, or is it old fashioned?
At first, it looked like. Remember they had that thing called the Young Animal?
Yeah.
I'm really going to sound like a rube who doesn't know shit about comics now, but I think they put a guy in charge just because he was in a rock band.
Oh, that's right. It was
Was his name Gerard Way?
Yeah,
Gerald, something like that.
Yeah.
But maybe he's a good writer. Maybe. I didn't read any of it.
He did Umbrella Academy, right? Hugely popular Umbrella Academy.
Okay.
Let me look at this. Got a TV show.
I remember that Doom Patrol looked good anyway.
Gabrielle Baud and Gerard Way, yeah. Did Umbrella Academy. But the Doom Patrol, I think I got one of those. They kind of had indie guys.
Yeah.
Or like famous top indie guys. Like did Brian Chippendale do one of them or something? Maybe he did some covers.
Wow.
He must have done a cover for Doom Patrol or something.
When I think of like those top indie guys, I guess I think of guys like Paul Pope.
Yeah.
Like the kind of mainstream friendly indie guys, sort of.
Right. The ones who, wouldn't offend.
I mean, Mike Allred would definitely fit into that too.
But yeah, like you would never put the boring guys. You'd never put Chris Ware and Cloud as those guys. They're not going to do the kind of extreme looking weird superhero comic that Paul Pope is going to do.
A guy like Paul Pope's style is compatible enough, I guess.
Yeah. To your average 52-year-old superhero comic book reader, it just looks like a poorly drawn superhero comic when Paul Pope does one, instead of a massively incompetent superhero comic that of no talent like Dan Clowes would draw.
It's been so long. There's this guy I knew from cons, and I took smoke breaks.
Phil Hester.
No. This is like at Mocha and stuff.
But Bob the Angry Flower.
I would not say I'm friends with him, but I'm an acquaintance of his. And he was clearly influenced by Paul Pope, and he found success, I think, later in mainstream stuff.
You're talking about Billy Dogma.
No. He's a tall guy with blonde hair. He's
tall guy with blonde hair.
Our age, maybe a little younger.
Younger than us? Tall guy with blonde hair.
And I kind of always lump his work with Paul Pope, though he isn't totally like.
I can't think of who
is this guy. It'll hit me after.
I don't know. Jim Rugg. Jim Rugg would be a young animal artist.
That's close, but it isn't Jim Rugg. But he did do some stuff for Ad House, I think. Maybe he even had one of those DC solo books.
I know who you're talking about. Farrell Dalrymple.
Yes. That's exactly who it is. How do you forget that name? You do. You could be a good Legion artist.
Oh, totally. Yeah. Bring that on. Make that the absolute Legion, the Farrell Dalrymple. So I think that brings us to the end. I just have one more item to address. We're still on the hunt for an online image release of the Jim Lee variant cover for Legion of Superheroes 2026 issue number 1. No news on the Jim Lee cover.
Which Keith Giffen cover is he going to shamelessly pay homage to, but in an inferior way?
Maybe Substitute Heroes special. That's what I'm hoping to see.
Hey, wait. I gotta ask, what about Superboy? You said Superboy's on this team, right?
He's on that list.
But we don't know which. It could be one of 11 different Superboys.
That's right.
Because Clark Kent Superboy is back in play. His son may be a kid again, or through time travel, he could be Superboy again. You have the Superboy Prime, who's apparently redeeming himself. The clone, Connor Kent, right? Is there another Superboy?
Wait, is Connor Kent Superboy Prime? He is not. He's not.
No, he is not. He's different. Superboy Prime, he was like a super villain.
Yeah.
Like he's behind one of the crisis. Like it's kind of baffling that they are. Maybe it's just a gimmick. Maybe he'll turn out bad. But I think he killed a bunch of big DC characters.
No, he was the bad guy in the Legion of Three Worlds miniseries. It's not specific on that list. Probably Williamson hasn't been specific. I think there's been other Q&A stuff where he says it's not that Superboy Prime character, that guy is going to be used elsewhere in the plans of Williamson.
Okay.
We still don't know yet.
Maybe it's Gerard Christopher. Was that his name?
Oh, from the TV series? Yeah. Could be that guy.
Well, he did have a comic.
Oh, yeah. Last time we were talking about how, like at the tail end of our conversation, about how like the Alan Davis miniseries,
Superboy's Legion.
Is that a reboot or is it what? And today I got reminded that there was a whole like 20 issue series based on the Legion cartoon.
Oh yeah.
And I wonder if that, like when these guys talk about how it gets rebooted every 5 minutes, I can't keep it all straight. Do they put that one in there, or do they not even know that exists? Is that part of the confusion for these guys? There's like the cartoony Saturday morning looking one.
I don't know, but they
probably not.
I feel like they may as well, in a multiverse, they may as well be in play.
Yeah,
just bring them in.
Like the cyborg Brainiac 5 with the extendable limbs. Put him on the team. Yeah, cool.
liked him. I liked that they had the balls to made Bouncing Boy one of the main characters.
Yeah.
And they figured out ways to make both him and Triplicate Girl very like dynamic. Yeah, they're always written off in the older comics we read, but they only picked like, 6 of those characters to feature, and they were 2 of them, Triplicate Girl and Bouncing Boy.
Yeah, very well done cartoon. Okay, I don't have anything else. Do you?
Tune in next week. We'll know even more.
Yeah, stick with us, gang. When we know it, you'll know it. This has been part 2 of our countdown to Legion of Superheroes 2026, number 1, the new Legion of Superheroes series. Is it the Absolute Legion? Is it the 1939 classic DCU future?
Is it really part 2? Maybe it should always be part 1.
Okay.
I think that sells better, right?
Like you want to reboot our series already?
Yeah, we'll just keep rebooting.
They're going to be
episode
so
1.
confused.
Episode 1. First episode special. Is that in a bag on a backboard? the fuck is wrong with you?
It's a special collectible.
You're gonna get rich. You're gonna get rich.
Don't have a lot going on.